It's the Book Eli.
It's the Book Eli Show, live and direct from the LRT Living Room Talk. We got interviews, music, celebrities, and many, many more. So the bottom line is, do you agree with Brother D1 CC in regards to, do you think if you are an artist that's been in the game over 10 years and you still rapping about violence and sex and killing, do you feel that they should evolve to the next level of something different and more positive? Or do you think they should just be who they are and just continue to rap what they rap, to your opinion?
Because I don't really, I listen to hip-hop a little bit, and then I say, I don't want to. Want to because of all this violence, sex, the same whole thing all over again that these hip-hop is singing.
Right.
And it's like, I agreed and somewhat and disagreed what he, because, like you said, he could go by a different way and tell them, listen, hey, let's do a song, positive stuff, and we could squash it instead of you going online blasting everybody up that been in the game longer but sold a lot of records. Right. At least inbox them instead of being that type of person. But you know how these people are. They like to go on and blast people up. That's Facebook, Instagram.
But it's just smart though. I mean, marketing wise, it was smart marketing wise a little bit. It does bring awareness to their fan bases to know who D1 is. Mm-hmm. Oh, who's this? Or whatever have you. But at the same time, sometimes as a PR person myself, I wonder if that was the best move, if that was the smart move, and if that was even a setup move. I don't even know if they all in cahoots, like I said earlier. So at the end of the day, I feel like everyone should have their own lane. Hip-hop is balanced. Meaning we have hip-hop that's going to be destruction, and we're going to have hip-hop that's going to be about libation, positivity, and encouragement. And I feel like we have that here. Yeah. That's why they have something called underground hip-hop. They got underground hip-hop artists that would shred most of the people that's mainstream. They would shred them lyrically, song-wise. They would shred them. Mm-hmm. But the popular singers and rappers is out right now, they would shred the underground hip hop as far as #1 charts on the Billboard and so on and so on. So that's why I think that hip hop is so balanced, where we have a J. Cole, we have a Kendrick Lamar, we have a Soulja Boy, we have a Little Durk, who's these young little kids' name, man? Like, I don't listen to these cats, no disrespect. But you have these certain people out there to help balance it. So you got the ones that's going to talk about the rah, pa, pa, and all this shot. You know what I mean? Everyone got shot in your song. Yeah. And you wonder why no one's in the party dancing. Everybody dead. So it's one of those situations where it's very interesting to see Brother D1 speak about, hey, we could be elevating our people and our sisters and brothers by putting a positive message out there, which I think is definitely right and correct, but I just think it could have been a different way.
The real one's gonna rock with me. I'm cool with that. I'm a college professor. I'm a Billboard charting artist. I'm a public speaker. I'm an author. I just put out my first children's book, which I'm about to show y'all in a second. Man, and I'm not and I don't care about being y'all friends. That's the thing. I don't.
If this wasn't a marketing tactic. But if it wasn't a marketing tactic, he should have just reached out to them directly and talked. Even JimJones said that shit.
But what about what he said though? Is there any credence to what he said about that?
I don't care about what he said. Okay. That boy don't know me. I know his trick. You're using my name for fame is all good, but you don't know me. You don't know nothing about my life. I do more in 1 month for people than he'll ever do in his whole life. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I really give back to the people. I don't care about none of the rhetoric he talking about. I grew up in the church. You're not gonna do none of that to me. But I really do a lot for the people.
Mm-hmm. He talked about lyrics.
I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
In real life, I do a lot for the people. Now let's line up to the statistics. I stand up stronger and fight for my people and do for my people every single day. Miss me with the rhetoric about what I do in my music. I get money off my music. Don't tell me how to make my dollars. But what I do for the people, from my heart, can't nobody tell me about. at all. And I've been doing it since I got in this game, even before I got in this game. When I was buying my dudes, my close ones, long john shirts and Scully hats because we didn't have no money on Christmas. And that was the Christmas gift. You heard? For everybody.
Talk about it.
Them Christmas gifts then turn even to way bigger things. But that's not what we hear about. I don't like to hear people mention my name, especially when you don't know me. Because that's very touchy.
Yeah.
You got to watch whose names you mentioning out here. You heard?
Yeah.
Because my little cousin might not like how you mention my name. You heard? And then he might want to slap a dread out your head just because he don't understand that you using my name for fame and he don't understand that.
Yeah.
There's a certain way to go about certain things when you're using certain people's names.
You
What's
feel
the
I'm not promoting violence.
Right.
You
Right.
heard?
Say that.
I'm just saying that when you do certain things, it's a reaction for every action.
Yeah.
And you don't know who loves me to the death that they don't want to hear nobody mention my name in no type of ill light on no type of social media or anywhere like that. You heard? I got a family, right? He got a family, right? He wouldn't want nobody mentioning his name in no ill light. Now, if you want to have a conversation, there was a way to go about doing that.
What's
What
the
would be
best way?
It's out now. It ain't no best way to have a conversation. He got to see me when he see me now.
Man, I hate when I see these gray-haired clout chasers who still talking about, and I send my young boys to come and wet your whole block up, and da-da-da, and they still glorifying this. I look at with a JimJones, you could do better, brother. I love you too much. I love you too much to not be honest with you. RickRoss, you could do better, brother. Meek Mill, you could do better, brother. I love you too much not to be honest with you. Are you the face of prison reform? Because are you the face of prison reform? Or are you sitting here on your new song with Ross talking about getting somebody murked and shot at the red light? Which one is it, bro? Which one is it, bro? Because I did a shoe giveaway in my city and gave out 1,300 pairs of your shoes because they said reform underneath them. And I love that you partnered with a major shoe company and you out here pushing prison reform. But now I got to sit here like, man, this man glorifying getting people killed.
But once again, my PR senses in my mind is tingling, and I feel like they all knew about it, so it is what it is. Your boy Rick Ross called D1 the little man with a basket on his head.
Little man, whoever you is, until you feed the kids where you from for 20 years straight, don't question Rose. Wait until you buy 10,000 bikes, 10,000 trikes. Give all the young girls who pregnant Pampers for Christmas for 20 years straight. Don't question boss. You heard me, little man? Get that basket off your head so you could think clear, little man. Since you want to go viral, I'm going to show you how to go viral, little man. But go viral feeding them kids in your hood.
As of a week ago, like, what are you doing, bro? Lil Snoop really got killed. That broke your heart. You wear him around your neck. Why are you glorifying the same thing when my best friend got killed? When Carl got killed, New Orleans know who I'm talking about. When Carl got killed, and I had to go to his funeral and read the eulogy and be part of the funeral, and I got back in my car, Sway, after the funeral, and I turned on my music, and I realized I'm listening to music that's glorifying the same stuff that just happened to my best friend. It gave me chills, and I needed that moment. That was my come to Jesus moment of like, D, you got to do something different, brother, because you have a taste for this poison. But you're attracted to the poison, and rap is great. The rap game, hip hop industry is great at cooking up some delicious poison.
D1 music. Thank you, brother.
Come on, man.
Hey, man.
But either way, Brother D1 is very educated, very smart, very dope at the end of the day. And so is JimJones, so is Rick Ross, so is Meek Mills. They all fire, they're all dope in their own right. And may God bless all those brothers, and one day they all come together and do some good music or even do good charity. That's my hopes.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know, like, your viewpoints on that. Because I think letting people know, hey, you should just not talk about this and that. Like, telling groups of people who've been rapping for 10, 15 years or 20 years about killing and sex and bottles and clubs, and you tell them, hey, don't do that no more. That's kind of
to me is kind of whack. Once you get a certain age, it's like, okay, you already got a kid, and you want your kid to be saying the same thing.
You
If
said
they
20 years ago.
when they come a rapper, that's like, I understand where he's coming from, D1 coming from, and I understand what Rick Ross and the other one they
Right.
coming from. But at the end of the day, y'all like 50, 40, 60 years old trying to rap about the same thing. Come on.
At the same, right, over and over.
Like, make something new. I'm tired. That's why I don't listen to hip hop like that. Like, some of these hip hop artists is like the same thing. I heard that one before.